Hi everyone, my name is Lynn. I'm new to YouTube in my first video. I wanted to talk about how you can modify a digital thermostat that you may have put into your RV at some point in time in the last couple of years. Or if you've never done one, you can put a digital thermostat in. There's a number of videos on YouTube that show you how to do that, and I will link some in the section below that you can follow up on. So I'm not going to explain how that's done. What I wanted to talk about is taking and converting your, changing, updating, modifying your digital thermostat so that you can change the temperature up or down from your bed or from somewhere inside the trailer. And it's an easy modification, but you will need some skills in the way of soldering and electronic, handling of electronics. If you know that, you're safe. If you don't, maybe talk to a friend that knows some things about it, or even enlist their help. So with that, let's get into some of the things I wanted to cover in the video. I'm going to be using some level of instructions and still photos in the video. Again, I'm new to it. And I've already done this to the thermostat, so I I just don't want to take it apart again and show you all the details. But I have taken photos, and so hopefully that'll explain things. Most thermostats can be modified. Most digital thermostats can be modified in the same way. You don't have to use the one I'm going to show, but I will put it and the other things that I use to modify the thermostat. I'll put links to those, and most of them were from Amazon, but you can get them from various sources, obviously. But I'll put them in the section below as well. I'll also have an instruction that I put together that will be linked there as well. It'll be in one of the popular areas that you can download, like GitHub and things like that. So you do. Again, I'm not responsible. Just want to mention a disclaimer. I'm not responsible for anything you do based upon this video. If you damage the equipment that you use by not following or thinking that, or by a mistake I make, I'm not liable for any of that. I'm not liable for you getting hurt because you didn't disconnect the power or something along that line. So later on in the video, there'll be a section in the still photos and instructions that talks about how to add a little 3-volt supply instead of having to use batteries. You can do that or not do that. You can just use batteries if your thermostat the digital thermostat takes batteries. But if you want to not have to use batteries, I have a little modification or additional mod that you can make that supplies the 3 volts. There's also, on some newer trailers, there's a blue wire that some people wondering what that's about. It's actually, in most cases, from what I found, is a 24-volt type ground. And I use that on my trailer. I started off trying to use the little circuit, and I don't have to now. So that extra ground wire gives a ground to the board, to the digital thermostat board inside, that allows it to actually power it. So in my case, I get power from I basically get a good ground. The 12 volts is connected to the thermostat, so I don't have to use that. So you may or may not have that wire. You may or may not want to use a separate little supply, just batteries. But it's totally your choice. So with that, I think I've hit all the areas that I wanted to hit. Again, you can make comments in the comment section, and I'll try to answer them. Like I said, I'm new to it. I'm just trying this out, see if I'm interested in doing these kind of things. If you do like it, great. Let me know. If you don't like it, just tell it like it is. Anyway, thanks for watching. I did want to show you a little bit about the thermostat I use. It's going to, as I said, be the same as most digital thermostats out there. The wiring for that is behind the circuit board that's inside this, so the instructions will have you disassemble a portion of the thermostat to make those changes and take them back to a little board that will, in my case, is just behind the wall. You may need to put it to the top or bottom or side it'll be up to you. But the modification, once done, has a little remote such as this, and as I change it, you can observe as I use the A or the B key on this remote, the A key I have wired such that will make the temperature go up, so you can kind of watch that. Mine has a little backlight as it comes on, as it is activated. Anyway, you can see as I push the A switch each time, the temperature will go up. It's a little cold out in my trailer right now, it's winter, so and then as you push the B switch, it's wired so that it will lower the temperature. And of course this works whether it's on cool or heat. It does not change it cannot change your thermostat from working in heat or cold, but most cases you're going to be either warming the trailer or cooling the trailer. You're not going to need to instantly change from one or the other. So this is just a little mod to help you make your life a little bit easier, and that you can do from a distance. That sometimes in the morning it's nice to be able to do that. Obviously you can still use the thermostat buttons to raise or lower the temperature, so it doesn't change any of that. It just allows you the remote capability. I've taken a little bit of a video of the back side of the thermostat at this point. As you're into the video and see the modifications, you'll notice the three wires that are up here. In my case, they're a blue, a yellow, and a black. And then there's a green wire and a white wire to either side. Those, as you've seen in the instructions, are wired to the battery, the battery leads that are inside the thermostat. The green being the positive, the white being the negative. And the blue, yellow, and black are just the three colors I chose. In the instructions, I've kind of let that be something that you can decide on. Those are going to go from the switches in the front back to, as you've seen as you've noted in the instructions, back to the little box that contains or holds the relay box, the relay circuit that is activated from the remote wireless. Here you can see above here, you can see the thermostat wiring, and the blue wire up on top, which is wired to the C or the common, is the wire I was talking about earlier that gives you the extra ground that was intended for a 24 volt system. But in this case I have a 12 volt system, and it gives you that ground so it actually powers the thermostat. So the rest of the wiring is as you see here, but you can see in the other videos that I've included in the links below. You can see how that's all wired up from them. Again, I'm not going to go into that. Wanted to show you a little bit about the inside of the box. Again, I'm not taking a lot of videos, but wanted to show you inside of the box that's on the other side of the wall from my thermostat that contains the little relay board here and the wiring that goes to those connections that are in the instructions. And there's a little board that you'll notice down the bottom here that is the little power supply that you may or may not want to use or may not need depending on your situation. I chose to do it, and I showed some in the instructions about how to do that. I think I probably will only include it in the written instructions that you can download. It'll be a PDF file. So, but I wanted you to be familiar with what it looked like when it was wired up. You can kind of see the wiring to some degree.